So a lot of people ask, what is this village fighting thing? You know, they look at the term fighting and go, I don't believe in violence. But village fighting is really learning how to protect yourself and set boundaries with other people. Sometime you may have a close friend. Sometime you may actually have an enemy on the street. So the reality is the term fighting is really about you cultivating this skill to learn how to set boundaries with other people out there. You may know them, you may not know them. And that's why in the village we say what we do on the floor, we take out into everyday lives. Now, when people didn't know me or anything like that, or my friends, they didn't get it. They're like, oh, so are you talking about fighting? I go, no, I'm never talking about fighting, right? Unless I actually have to fight. And you know, when you look at fighting, you're looking at it in more than one way. It's not only physical, right? Sometimes it's spiritual fights we have with ourselves, emotional fights we have with ourselves, and those are the biggest ones. The biggest one I think that I see commonly is the emotional fight that most people tend to have. So this art, how is punching and kicking helping? Is helping you work through all parts of you as an individual. You know, we get many people on the village floor and they say, oh, I can train, I've trained before, I've done this and I've done that. And I go, well, that's great, that's wonderful. I think that's a good idea. But what we find out when pressure's applied is where the pieces start falling apart. As they say, the wheels start coming off the car. And what we like to do is we like to work on that aspect of ourselves. Once we grow spiritually, what we find is everything in the world becomes not a big deal, not a big problem. And the things that are a big deal, we learn how to stay focused and we learn how to stay direct to solving the problem. So that's village fighting. You know, it's not only about hurting someone else, it's about healing yourself on the inside and addressing the things that hold you back. So just a little thought.